fastest Porsche Panamera ever, here in the form of the Panamera Turbo S Hybrid. All the new Porsche models have something in common. They have this new 4-dot design when you go for the LED headlights. 5 meters 05 or 16'6" is the total length, and the hybrid, no matter if you go for the V6 or here the V8 hybrid, has this acid green scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4 massive exhaust pipes, no fake, here also in the same black color. This is also typical for the turbo. Ta-da, here it is, also with the frame in acid green, 4-liter V8. There's also the V6 hybrid. We drove that one in South Africa and had consumption about 7 liters. And that's approximately the one you get with the diesel. So this can be a replacement for a diesel. Here more meant to be a power boost with the top version than the V8 hybrid with altogether 680 horsepower. And by 3.4 seconds to 100 kilometers, it's even 0.2 seconds faster than a normal V8 turbo. Sporty Interior, as we know from Porsche, just little chrome elements right there, and in combination with the real carbon fiber we got there. Those levers here, they have also been covered now with a shiny black surface right there. And you see the design scheme is again as on the outside. When you put some wrap over something and pull it tight. When you put the seat very low, I'm on just 86 or 6'1", and especially when you do not have a panoramic roof mounted, there's plenty of headroom left. So the instruments with the acid green arrow here, nice detail, and you see the outer parts are digital, just the RPM meter is analog. Horizontal stress with the chrome elements, clean design, less buttons than in the previous generation. So one more closer look at the infotainment. In this hybrid mode you can also check out the e-flow. So there's the visualization when it's going back to the battery recuperation. Here with the visualization I can also explain you that the all-wheel drive is predominantly rear wheel bias. Also I like the visualizations. For example, here you can put out the spoiler, and it also shows then in the display. Now here, for example, to close it again, it's a very spectacular effect. Knee room is available also for taller adults, but again, is also a very long car. Headroom, here we profit that we don't have a panoramic roof, still some space left. Yeah, I mean, it's rather a fastback because you can already have this open access trunk. But then again, you have a high loading sill right there. You would not have it with the Sport Turismos. Check it out in comparison to in that review. So guys, ready for rumble, time for the racetrack, and yeah, you know, I'm wearing jacket suit because this one here is a sports car in a suit, isn't it? And we're in the Sport Plus mode. Let's see how we can push this very racetrack. We also got an instructor in front of us just to be safe, and of course it's always nice for the camera as well to see another vehicle in front of us driving, which is also a Panamera Turbo S. And we are getting going here, just first introduction round, and then later on we're going faster and faster and faster. We also see that the vehicle in front of us has the wing outside completely now. Now it's in again. There you can see how it varies depending on the speed. And the suspension is really super comfortable. So it can have something when you have this vehicle here on the racetrack rather than a 911, because the 911 is of course rougher. Just listen to the sound a little bit here in the Sport Plus mode. And I also have this electric boost then, altogether 680 horsepower. Of course, the main thing is here the petrol engine for this very vehicle. You have also seen the launch control, which was amazing really. With the help of the electric engine, that was really like serious stuff. All-wheel drive system. You can also take a look at the all-wheel drive distribution, mostly in the rear. And the more I hammer the throttle, the more comes also to the front. You can also see it in the instruments, maybe on camera. How easy this car is to handle. Now the tires are starting to squeak a little bit. I mean, it has some serious weight with it. You know, that's the only disadvantage, basically. But for this weight, considering the size of the car, it's really so well to handle. I mean, it's a over 5 meters, 6'6" long sedan. Look at how agile this vehicle is. And now to our conclusion, Porsche Panamera Turbo S Hybrid, the new top-of-the-line model. Exterior-wise, really dramatic with the additional styling elements. I like the acid green styling elements in detail, especially also in the interior. Brings a little bit more spice with those green arrows, for example. Great processing in the interior. As a sedan, still quite flexible in the interior, especially with this fastback opening. If you want even more, then go for the Sport Turismo. Check out the review in the video description about that. Of course, as with other Panamera models, they lack on sustainable seating surfaces. They have to introduce that. Racetrack experience, that was really amazing. Hardly any other car at this weight, at this size, can be so agile on the racetrack, and it was even fun on the racetrack, although with this massive size. The performance, especially, seen the launch control, we don't have to talk about that. This one can keep up with any other real small sports car performance-wise. Really impressive, and also interesting that they had the choice to get the top-of-the-line model as a hybrid. And even more interesting to me is the same way that what I found with the V6 hybrid. Riding electric fits to this vehicle, and the funny thing is that the electric driving, and pure electric with the silence and the serenity of this vehicle is almost more fun, or maybe to me is more fun than really hammering this car on the racetrack. And that is, I think, one of the key findings also to me actually for today. What do you think about this vehicle here? About the both extreme aspects from pure silence to real loudness and launch control? Tell me in the comments.